Ladies, we are here tonight on Machine. Oh, all right, ladies and gentlemen. So we got some news, and then we're gonna do a SmackDown recap, and then we'll call it a night here on a Saturday, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we start off tonight with apparently WWE set to fire some employees from WWE headquarters, according to Sean Rossap. We don't know exactly who they are. Could this also be more to potentially help to sell the company? Who knows? As of right now, they're saying Comcast, who owns both the Peacock and USA Network, is favorite to buy WWE, which that would be good news for us, the fans, because that means that Peacock was probably the pay-per-views, the premium live events will stay on Peacock, which is only a $10 monthly live streaming subscription. And so that would be a good sign if Comcast, who's indeed in favor to, as of right now, buy the WWE, buys it. And also probably, that would probably mean SmackDown will eventually probably get moved to USA Network as well. Maybe even they decide to upgrade it to TV 14 because the company would become private. So we'll see what happens. But apparently they're seeing a bunch of WWE employees from the headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut could be let go in the next few days. They're not sure exactly who. They just had that other guy after 25 years. I think he was like their PA guy, the guy that organized all the interviews for the wrestlers. He ended up resigning, I believe, a few days ago. So obviously Stephanie McMahon stepped down as CEO a week ago. So apparently, according to Sean Rossap, even more people could either be resigning or getting fired. Something to look at, ladies and gentlemen. Freaking Ronda Rousey will not be at the Royal Rumble this year. Apparently, as of right now, WWE has no plans for her going forward. Obviously, she hasn't been on for a few weeks ever since she lost her championship to Charlotte. The plan, I believe, was to have her have a match at WrestleMania versus Rhea Ripley. As of right now, I don't think that might not even happen anymore. So who knows, man? Apparently, right now, there's no plans for Ronda Rousey to even show up and participate in the Royal Rumble match. I don't know if that has anything to do with the hate she gets on social media. She seems to be fine with it on when she goes live on her Twitch. She doesn't seem to really care about it that much, but maybe she does care about it and it's starting to affect her. Or maybe she just doesn't. She's like, if fans are gonna treat me like this, I just really quit. I honestly think Ronda Rousey, the only reason she's in WWE is because of the money. I don't think she really cares about wrestling, and she doesn't care about the fans either. I think as long as they pay her good money, she will continue to do it. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, as long as she's getting a paycheck, as long as I'm sure you're not going to get that big paycheck from that Royal Rumble. But maybe if it was just going to be a Royal Rumble, another entrance, maybe the paycheck's not that big. So maybe she's not going to do it, and maybe she'll just wait for WrestleMania. Who knows? We'll see what the plans are for Ronda Rousey in the future, ladies and gentlemen. The Rock, man, after WWE teasing, even putting a bunch of videos from the John Cena rivalry and a bunch of clips. They put him a bunch of his stuff on the promoting the Monday Night Raw 30 episode. The video they did, and they even started selling merchandise, like the Rock's merchandise again on WWE.com. But it is said to be that is more part of the Raw 30 anniversary more than anything. According to, I believe, Sean Rossap or Dave Meltzer, one of those. It's said that The Rock does not feel he's going to be in shape for April to have a match with WrestleMania with Roman Reigns. A lot of people think they're just messing around. They're trying to throw the fans off. I mean, obviously, the guy looks fantastic, but obviously, it's one thing to be freaking lifting weights and all that stuff, and another thing to get in the ring and wrestle for 20, 30 minutes. But I mean, if Stone Cold Steve Austin, who's older and it's not as good as his shape, was able to do it, why can't The Rock do it? So I think he's just messing around with the people. But we'll see what happens. A lot of rumors saying he's going to show up at the Royal Rumble, and officially that's going to be his first, time confronting Roman Reigns. We'll see what happens, but according to The Rock, he just doesn't feel he's going to be in the best shape possible to have the match. But again, I think he should just be messing around with the fans, not to make it too predictable, especially now with the WWE putting out merchandise. I feel like made it a little bit too predictable. So maybe now this is a way of him and WWE to try to continue to not make it as predictable and throw people off. We'll see what happens. Is that it for news, I believe? I believe that is it for news, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's do SmackDown recap here tonight on a Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. SmackDown recap. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So SmackDown tonight. This is not the one I usually use. Where is? I think this is the one I use. Jesus Christ! Come on. Okay, let's see here. All right, I think this is the one I use. There we go. Right, so SmackDown tonight from Detroit. Kind of funny how a few days ago the freaking the fire and police department were suing Vince McMahon, and now a few days later the show's actually in Detroit where they're suing him from. All right, so we start off with a Bloodline arriving. Sami Zayn and the Usos are arriving in a different van, and then on the other van right behind you got Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, and Sikoa arriving. Obviously, the Sami Zayn gets off the car. He's doing his handshake with the Usos. And as soon as he's trying to do a fist with Roman Reigns just ignores him and walks through him. And that pretty much started the theme of the show. The whole theme of the show was a tag team match to qualify to eventually win the right to be the number one contender for the SmackDown tag team titles. And then the other one was a backstage segment with Roman Reigns, where there was Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, Paul Heyman. That was pretty much the theme of the show, a little pattern. I believe, other than that, there was an LA Knight, Bray Wyatt segment, and a Charlotte Sonya Deville segment. Everything else was pretty much a match, a Roman Reigns segment, a match, a Roman Reigns segment, a match. It was just that pattern that we're going with tonight. All right, so we started off. So yeah, man, we start off the show. First match of the night is again a tag team match with a tag team tournament. The Sheamus and McIntyre versus the Viking Raiders. Good match, man. Heavy hitters right there, man. So I wonder now if Sheamus and McIntyre are a tag team. It seems like they pulled them away because later on the night, the Brawling Brutes, Butch and Rich Holland had a separate match. So it was a great match here, back and forth. At the end, man, freaking Sheamus and Drew McIntyre win. I expect Sheamus and Drew McIntyre to win this tournament, but whatever. We'll see what happens. And then we cut back and we have the first interaction, or I guess the second one if you count the one when they arrive into the arena. So it's Paul Heyman going through the contract with Roman Reigns, and Sami Zayn comes in, and they pretty much just start arguing, saying, "Sami, you're questioning my decisions. I saw your face on SmackDown last week when the Usos and Sikoa interfered." He's like, "Roman, I didn't know that was the plan. You know, I really, I felt like I was about to beat him. I felt like I was about to hit the Helluva kick and put him away." He's like, "So now, so Roman's like, now I gotta make my, I gotta let you know what my plans are. Me, the tribal chief." He gets sort of offended. He's like, "No, Roman, I just would have liked to know what was the game plan. I thought the game plan was for me to legit go out there and try to beat him." And then they start getting all heated. Roman Reigns tells him, "You know what? Why don't you just go fight Kevin Owens and make your own bloodline?" And then he just gets out all shocked and stuff, you know. And then later on the night, we have LA Knight does a promo on Bray Wyatt saying he's gonna win and whatever, and then he ends up having a match with a jobber. Obviously, he wins right away. As the match started, Bray Wyatt logo pops up like a few times on the screen on the Titantron. Really, it distracts LA Knight a little bit, but not much. As he, like I said, he's fighting a freaking jobber. After the match, freaking the Bray Wyatt shows up in the freaking Titantron, and the freaking Firefly Funhouse is back, I guess. Bray Wyatt does like a little quick episode, I guess, and whatever. Pretty much saying, like he said something about the dark. He hopes that, he said, I hope you understand that you open the door, and I don't know, some shit like that. And then they just go away. And then he just started laughing, I guess. And then he just says, goodbye. And then whatever. So I get whatever. Then we get Hero versus Lotharios. So Heroes are heels now, man, and so they kind of cheated to win this match. And I think they won with Asante rolled up Carrillo, Humberto Carrillo. That's how they won the match. I think after the match too, I think B-Fab also grabbed his foot. He tripped as he's getting back in the ring. She tripped him, and then that's how Ashante rolled them up. And then after the match, he Top Dollar teared a fan sign. So they are heels, man. They're legit heels. And I had a feeling they're going to win this match, man. Two jobbers, but you just turn one freshly heel. Of course, they're going to give it to Hit Row, man. Seems like Triple H is not going to try to see if he can have them be successful as heels before he completely gives up on Hit Row. And then we get another segment, Charlotte Flair with Sonya Deville, pretty much saying, I know you're trying to jump into the front of the line, but you lost your match with me a few weeks ago. You got to go back and just like every woman compete in the Royal Rumble, and then if you win, then I'll give you a shot at WrestleMania. And then Sonya once again hits her, and then Adam Pearce comes out, and then she just runs away. So I'm guessing where they're going with this is they're gonna have another singles match for the women's title at Royal Rumble. But we'll see, man. Whatever. And then we get another tag team match: the Brawling Brutes versus Imperium. I thought it was gonna be a better match, but they didn't get enough time, man. They just, I don't know. They only got like 5-10 minutes. Pretty short. They did freaking hit a freaking it was like a brain buster outside the ring. That was kind of cool. And then at the end, I think Vinci hit Holland with a power bomb, and that's how they won. It was pretty short, man. But Imperium won the match. Man. I mean, honestly, if they're just gonna put Sheamus now with Drew McIntyre, I would even break that shit up and just let Butch and Rich Holland be singles competitors. I don't know if that tag team can really go anywhere. Who knows, man? Another promo with Sami Zayn and so pretty much they have another promo and alone Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns, and he tells him, hey Roman, I know you're mad at him. I never liked Sami Zayn myself, but at this point, knowing the circumstances, you're going to have a match against all people, Kevin Owens, a good friend of him. Isn't it better to have him in the castle than out the castle? And Roman Reigns sort of thinks about it. So then he ends up sending Paul Heyman back to go get Sami Zayn, and he tells him, your Triple H wants to see you again. Sami Zayn gets all excited. And then we go to another tag team match. Legado del Fantasma versus Maxi Models, another fucking jobber match. The Legado del Fantasma won. Man, I'm not going to lie to you. It was hard to get in. Man, it was so hard to I think I missed a lot of stuff in this show, like little details, because, man, it was hard to stay committed. It was like a lot of these matches were tag teams, but a lot of them were like jobbers. At this point, I'm kind of low-key considering the fucking Hit Row jobbers versus the Lotharios. And same thing here with Legado del Fantasma and Maxima Man Models. It was hard to get in some. I started tuning out this show. I'm not gonna lie. I thought what kept not only me but a lot of people engaged was they would cut to the Roman Reigns backstage segments. Otherwise, I think not only me but a bunch of people would have probably completely tuned this show out, man. Legado del Fantasma wins. Another promo backstage with Roman Reigns. He pretty much tells him, I apologize. That's why I need to have Paul Heyman with me, my wise man. He calms me down. He makes me think. I judge. This is why we get along. You're just like me. You're a perfectionist. So I understand why you needed to know that game plan before you had your match with Kevin Owens last week. I apologize for not letting you know that the Usos and Solo Sikoa were going to interfere. And pretty much tells them, okay, so the plan now is I want you with the Usos to go to the parking lot, get the SUVs ready to go, get them all ready to go. Make sure you call the pilot, to get the airplane all fueled up, ready to go. And the plan is for me and Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa to walk out to the ring, sign this contract to face Kevin Owens and get out of here. Zem's gonna tell him, okay, Buzz. He finally fist him up, and then he supposedly does do that. And then what else? We get So yeah, we go to commercial break, and then we started the contract signing. We got Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, and Solo Sikoa walking down the ring. Of course, long as entrance. And Adam Pearce is in the ring as well. Roman Reigns sits down, with his fucking feet on the table. And right away, man, we're expecting Kevin Owens to come out. And instead of coming out through a stage ramp, he comes out through the crowd. He beats up Solo Sikoa. Then he gets in the ring right away, right as Roman Reigns realizes he gets up fast. And he walks into a freaking stunner. Then the Usos come in. He beats the hell out of the Usos. Then he gets back in the ring and he power bombs Roman Reigns to the freaking table. He gets the contract. He signs it. He hands it over to Paul Heyman. And then finally, Sami Zayn comes out. And then Kevin Owens just runs into the crowd. So you beat up everybody, but then you're afraid of Sami Zayn. So who knows, man? What's the storyline here, right? That it's possibly Sami Zayn told him, hey, this is the plan. Me and the Usos are going to be at the parking lot waiting for Roman to get done and to leave the arena. So it's only going to be Solo, the one out there. Who knows? But it's starting to look like a freaking soap opera, right? How everything goes. First, Roman Reigns at the beginning of the show wants nothing to do with Sami Zayn. To the point where he tells him, go make your own bloodline with Kevin Owens. Then you got Paul Heyman telling him, no, this is not the right time, especially if we're going to go against one of his best friends or at least former best friends in Kevin Owens. You might as well have him in the castle than out the castle. They pull him back in because Paul Heyman convinces them that at least now they're not the right time. And then he tells them, yeah, go out. You're back in. The plan is for you and the Usos to wait for me outside in the parking lot and I'll handle business. And then that happens. It looks like a soap opera. Jesus Christ, man. A freaking soap opera. But that was pretty much the show, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I think they make... I thought that maybe like in the beginning it started good, right? With the Viking Raiders and McIntyre and Sheamus. But then like at the end, man, these like fucking like out of the Fantasma and Maximum Models and fucking Hit Row and freaking Los Lotharios. Jesus Christ, man. Some of those freaking jobbers. And like I said, if it's not for these backstage segments with Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, and Sami Zayn, I think a lot of people would have completely tuned out this show, man. The women's division is terrible, man. On freaking Raw, you got Bayley and Becky Lynch feuding in a freaking cage match. You got freaking Alexa and Bianca Belair feuding with the women's tag team title. And here you got freaking Charlotte versus a freaking jobber or at least a mid-carder and Sonya Deville. Oh my Lord, this show, man, outside of like Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt, it really lacks star power. I do like some of the guys. Like I like the way LA Knight has come along the last few months. I think he has a chance to be a big star. You still got the possibility of McIntyre to do something with him. It seems like right now they're tagging him with Sheamus. So there's still some good guys there, but like outside of like Charlotte and now with Ronda Rousey gone, I feel like the women's division is pretty bad. in the mid card division too, man. Outside of maybe LA Knight and I guess McIntyre and Sheamus, yeah, the beginning of the show good, the finish good, but everything else kind of sucked. Like I said, if it's not for the backstage segments with Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, and Paul Heyman, the middle of the show would have completely sucked. But anyway, until next time, I'm on like a light.